Hey guys, welcome to Nate and Greg's World. Today on this episode, we're kind of going away from a lot of our traditional talk that we've had because, well, honestly, it's a little fucking depressing. It really is. You know, a lot of us all over the place have been dealing with a lot of shit lately. And I know the other week, I was feeling pretty crappy. I'm sitting there on my couch, eating bonbons, you know, and just thinking to myself, fuck, man, I just can't seem to get anything done. You know, I feel like a failure. Fucking nothing's going on. Nothing's happening. Honestly, just feeling fucking sorry for myself, honestly.
Having a woe is me day.
Yeah, a woe is me day. And I was flipping through, you know, in between playing little games on my my phone and watching Netflix and, you know, my giant marathon of Star Trek there. I'm finally working on, you know, I was doing it all chronological order. I'm finally on Voyager now.
Nice.
Yeah, you know. All because I haven't watched Star Trek before. So I figured, what the fuck? You know, I hear all these people talk about it. I'm going to watch Star Trek. But as I was going through, playing on my phone, every once in a while I get a little distracted, little ADD action on the go. And I end up going and seeing a little advertisement for a little documentary. And this documentary was called Never Say Can't, the Bruce Cook story. And I'm like, holy shit, I remember Bruce Cook. For those of you that don't know, and like, I know Nate's now gone and watched documentary. I've made him watch it. Bruce Cook, Canadian boy from Kelowna, BC, ended up being part of the Nitro Circus team. And for those of you who've been living under a rock and don't know who Nitro Circus is, that's Travis Pastrana and all his buddies. They're all out doing stuff with dirt bikes, bicycles, skateboards, scooters.
Crazy ass stunts.
Yeah, crazy stunts. Jumping on, like making these massive jumps and doing these crazy things like back flipping and front flipping and double back flips and, you know, absolutely incredible, insane shit. Mm-hmm. And my boy, we've mentioned before, you know, he really wanted to get into dirt biking a long, long time ago. And that was because of Travis Pastrana. Because I was sitting down watching some videos and Travis Pastrana ends up going and doing this backflip in between two high-rise buildings. And it was rather impressive. And my son immediately said, Dad, I want a dirt bike. And I went, oh shit, you know, this is not cool. But at the same time, I'm going to have to see what we can do. His mom's going to kill me. So the 1 year for his birthday, I ended up going and taking Jaden to actually go and see Nitro Circus live. And it was out in Hamilton. We were all pumped. We're checking all this out. And the show was just amazing. If you haven't gone to see a Nitro Circus show, I'm telling you now, go and watch it. Your mind will be blown.
Yeah, they're crazy.
It's unbelievable, the stuff that they do. But it was at that event right there in Hamilton that Bruce Cook attempted to do a world's first double front flip on a dirt bike.
Yes.
Okay. I don't care what you say. That shit is fucking crazy. It's beyond difficult. Like, I tried jumping a dirt bike once, just doing a straight jump, and that scared the fuck out of me. But Bruce Cook went up to go and do a double front flip for the very first time. Right? He'd done practice and stuff like that.
Yeah, into the
foam pit.
The foam pit.
Yeah.
Well, and they needed a special ramp and everything. Like, they had to construct something special for this to happen.
Yes. Yeah. And what ended up happening was he ended up going and breaking his back because he didn't rotate enough, and he came down and immediately broke his back right there. Both me and my son ended up watching this happen, and I gotta tell you, shit got quiet in that stadium quick and in a hurry.
Yeah.
It got really, really quiet. But this documentary goes through everything leading up, talking about Bruce moving up to this point where he goes and breaks his back.
Mm-hmm.
And you would think that that's where they had cut it off because, you know, fuck, man, your back's broken. What more are you possibly going to do?
You're paralyzed for life.
Paralyzed for life. Can't do anything else. But no, that was just the beginning of the documentary, because then it went on explaining how he said, no, fuck this. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to get back on my bike, and I'm going to be jumping again. I'm going to be doing all my tricks again.
Yeah, and it wasn't long from when he broke his back to where he got on his bike the first time.
I believe it was 9 months.
Yeah, like you would
9
think like
months.
5-6 years down the road.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, it was about 9 months, and he got back on the bike and started riding around. Well, next thing you know it, he's doing his stuff. They fixed up his bike for him.
Yep.
And they, did some things to basically help strap him to the bike.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I found out that Nitro Circus was coming back to Canada, and they were going to be in Toronto. So I'm like, well, you know what? I took the boy last time, and it was a great show despite Bruce Cook's accident, and I'm going to take the whole family this time because they're going to love it. I think this is just amazing stuff that these guys do. It just blows your mind. And we went there, and we got there, and next thing you know it, middle of the whole show, they end up going and saying, yep, listen, last time we were in this area, we were down in Hamilton, and one of your Canadian boys here ended up going and breaking his back. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce Bruce Cook, and they bring Bruce out. He's rolling around in his wheelchair and stuff like this. And then they go and they play the accident over the big screen and all that. And, everybody's just like, yeah, holy fuck, that's fucking crazy, And so they go and they get him back up on top of the one ramp so they can do a little bit of an interview. And next thing you know it, they're wheeling out this bike. And they're like, yeah, here you go. Jump on. Let's go. He jumps on the bike and starts riding around. Well, then the announcer said something along the lines of, well, listen, here at Nitro Circus, you just can't ride a bike around the arena and stuff like that. You got to at least hit a jump, and stuff like this. And then apparently there was a conversation or something, this part of it was a little bit staged because,
yeah,
just showmanship and stuff, but it was already pre-planned. And next thing you know it, Bruce Cook goes out and ends up letting them know, I'm going to do a backflip. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? You're a paraplegic and you're going to do a backflip off a big ass fucking ramp.
Yeah.
On a dirt bike. And he's like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And he got out there and he started rolling up. And I'll tell you now, when he hit that ramp, after everybody in that stadium, and most of those people were at the Hamilton show as well.
Yeah.
And watched him break his back.
Of course. Yeah.
They watched as he rolled up to that ramp. And as he hit the ramp, maybe it was just me, but I felt that entire stadium went silent.
Mm-hmm.
The only noise in that stadium was the revs on the bike and the sound of the bike hitting the ramp, going up, doing a backflip, and then landing, and we watched Bruce Cook roll away. As soon as he started the roll, that stadium exploded.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable because we held our breath.
Yeah.
We're like, you got to be fucking kidding me. The last time the guy did this kind of thing, he broke his fucking back.
Yeah.
Like, is he trying to kill himself? So, as I said, I was sitting there on my couch feeling fucking sorry for myself. Like, oh, I'm a fat sack of shit. Like, I can't do this. I can't do that. I should be going out for walks, but I just can't do that, and stuff like this. And here's Bruce Cook that goes out and like this kid pushed himself all through life, trying to get into the FMX, freestyle motocross scene all his life, right? Gets out there, makes it to what could be considered the big leagues, so to speak, by playing with Nitro Circus. And his first time out with Nitro Circus goes and breaks his fucking back.
That's the crazy part. That he was specifically hired to do this double front flip for Nitro Circus. So like it's not like he had been working with Nitro Circus for years. Mm-mm. They hired a guy to do it who backed out, said, no, it's too fucking dangerous after he tried a whole bunch of times. Yeah. He's like, there's just no way I'm doing this. I got family, I've got kids, blah, blah, blah. So they sat around and thought, well, who would do it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they had known about him from some other circuit.
Yeah.
So they said, well, I bet you this Canadian kid, Dan Cook, will do it. So
Bruce Cook.
Bruce Cook. So they brought him in.
You're thinking the comedian.
Yeah, I am. So anyways, they brought him in to do it after this other professional backed away. So he specifically was brought into Nitro Circus to do this jump.
Yes.
This one jump.
Yeah.
And he does it for the first time, first live show in Canada, his country, and boom, breaks his back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. And it was just unbelievable, But then, as I said, here I am sitting on the couch going, fucking woe is me, fucking life sucks, fucking I'm not going to be able to do this. I can't do that. I can't do this, And I know there's a lot of people out there right now that are doing the same shit, right? They're all sitting there, just, oh, life fucking sucks.
Playing the
Fuck
victim
my
card.
life. Playing the victim card.
Yep.
Yep.
Whatever they have to use for it.
And here's Bruce Cook, breaks his fucking back, says, fuck this. I might be a paraplegic, but that's not fucking stop me. I'm going to carry on with my fucking dream, and I'm going to do shit. And he did. He came back out. He's done the backflip, and he's now like a permanent member of the Nitro Circus team. He comes out. He does, from what I understand, the one trick, doing the backflip. I'm sure he must do some other stuff there.
Sure.
But that's what he does. He comes out and he does this backflip all the time. And I've seen a couple videos where, yes, he has crashed again, a couple times doing it because, well, it's a fucking hard trick, when you're able-bodied. And now here he is as a paraplegic going and doing this. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? It even went beyond that for me because once he broke his back, I got to the show, I watched him break his back. I started following him. Right. I had like my personal Twitter account, not the Nate and Greg's Twitter account that you can still find us on. But I had my personal Twitter account and I started going and following him on that. I followed him on my personal Facebook page, and stuff like this. And I started watching all this stuff. I sent him a couple messages myself. He did actually reply a couple times, and stuff like this, just being, hey, thanks and stuff like this. But the amazing part that I watched when he was going through all that shit, right from the time he broke his back, he didn't take a smile off of his face.
Yeah.
He was constantly smiling. They had the hashtag smile for BC, right? And it was just nonstop. Everybody's like, oh my God, how the fuck are you still smiling? He's like, I'm still fucking alive. I'm still moving. I'm still doing my shit.
It's a drive that so few people have.
It is.
Like to come back from something like that, like you just, I think like in a lot of ways, people are born with it.
Yes.
It's one of those things you're born with.
Yeah.
You're not, and I'm not saying that not everybody can like get to a certain point, right? Like not, I'm not saying he's the only one that became paralyzed or whatever the case and then just gave up.
Yeah.
But to go back to that extent to say, no, like, I'm not done.
Yeah.
I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
After something like that.
Yeah.
It's a special person.
It is. It's, and for me, it's one of the most inspirational stories that I've ever seen. I know there's a lot of other inspirational people out there that have done stuff. This one, it hit me personally. And I think that's because I was there. I watched this shit happen, and then with just following along, seeing what he was doing, how he was progressing, after the accident, and what was going on. It just blew my mind. So as I was saying before, I was sitting on the couch feeling woe was me. And then I watched this documentary and then I went and had another feel sorry for myself type thing where I'm like, why am I feeling so fucking sorry for myself? Holy shit. Look at what this dude fucking did. This is incredible. Yeah. He came out, he did this, like he broke his back and he moved on. He's like, I'm not letting this stop me. I'm not quitting, and the whole title of the documentary, Never Say Can't. There's a lot of people that said, no, you can't do this. And one of the things that I found remarkable in the whole documentary is he would say, people tell me, oh, you can't do that anymore. you know, and then you even have like his relatives and his friends that were in the documentary saying, you don't tell Bruce he can't do that.
Right.
Because he's going to do it.
Again, that special personality.
Yes.
Right. That not a lot of people have.
Yeah. So as I said, it made me feel bad for myself again, going, you sorry sack of shit. Right. You know, you're a fat piece of crap, you know, and that's the only thing that's wrong with you. Get the fuck up and start doing something.
Yeah.
You know,
part of the problem with that though is like I've said before, you have to allow yourself to have those days, right? Or that stretch of time where it's that woe is me.
Yeah.
Feeling sorry for yourself, feeling bad for yourself. It's the same as like when you have a loss and you are trying to get through that time of loss. That's okay. It's when you get stuck in it. It's when you don't get out of that time. And, you know, it becomes your life. Right? I don't know how I would react. Like if I got paralyzed, I would like to think that if I got in a horrible accident and ended up paralyzed, I mean, I'm not getting on a dirt bike to do backflips because I'm just not built to do that. But in my own personal life, what success is to me.
Yeah.
And I think looking at somebody like him saying that, like going to that level, you can say in your life, okay, well, first of all, I never rode dirt bikes, so I'm not going to worry about that. But
yeah,
where's the highest that I can achieve in my life?
Yeah.
Because if he can do that,
how cool.
I sure as hell can do this.
Yes.
But there's nothing wrong with having those days where you feel bad for yourself.
No.
It's when you get caught in that shit.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's year after year that you're still the victim card. I'm a victim.
Yes.
I'm not doing well in my life because this happened to me. Well, when did it happen to you? 20 years ago. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to move past it here. We're going to move on. Right? So good for him. Because like you say, it was less than 3 months, I think, or 8 months or whatever. And he was back on the dirt bike riding.
Yeah. And you know what? I found that type of attitude with a lot of the motocross riders that are out there. A lot of the ones that are really pushing themselves, you know, and like there are other sports. I'm not going to say that it happens in soccer because, you know, those guys have someone run by them and they fall down and they don't want to get back up. But you watch motocross racers. You watch them go and have like horrific accidents and go. There's the one kid, and I'm going to say his fucking name wrong, Adam Cincerello, I believe his name is. I remember watching a video where he ended up going completely dislocating his arm, right out of the shoulder and shit like this in the middle of a race. And he comes over to the side and, you know, he tells the crew, just pop it in. So they go and they pop it back in, boom, back out on the race again. Chad Reed, okay, there's a great video of him coming around a corner, hits a jump, and just sails it 40 feet through the air and then totally misses the landing, comes down on the side and just like plummets in. Like he's already 40 feet above the jump and then comes down on the side where there's nothing. Jumps back on the bike, boom, keeps going. Then you look at Travis Pastrana, okay? That man, I'm positive, okay, almost 100% positive he's broken every single bone in his body doing the stuff that he does. But he keeps getting back out there going, no, I'm going to do this. And it's all about the progression to them. Mm-hmm. They want to see how far they can take the sport.
Yeah.
But then there's also the attitude of, no, let's keep going. I'm not going to let this hold me back. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep driving. That is a special kind of person out there. And I really wish more people were capable of doing that.
Yeah.
You know, because there are some that...
Not even to that level.
Not even to that level.
Get your ass out of your... Like you say.
Yeah.
Get over feeling pathetic.
Yes.
Suck it up, Sally.
Yeah.
Fucking move on. At least
exactly.
Go do something.
Or as they say in fucking Letterkenny, fucking give your nuts a tug.
Yeah, like, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, all those extreme sports people.
Yeah.
I mean, they torture their bodies.
Oh yeah.
All in the name of like learning the best trick or doing a trick the best or
yeah,
you know,
or progressing
world first.
Yeah.
Doing this or you know, it's amazing to me. I mean, they're all, you know, I think the majority of them are pretty fucked up by their 40s.
Oh yeah.
In pain every day, which I can't imagine.
No.
You know, I think I'm in pain every day, but I don't even want to imagine what it's like living as one of them.
Oh hell no. Like,
you know,
like I know, like I injured my back when I was in the military. It was one of these really stupid things. You know, I was throwing my rucksack onto my back there, and I threw it on like you would a school backpack. Mm-hmm. Well, that's a lot of weight to throw on.
Yeah.
You know, in the manner that I did, and I went and I threw it on, and all of a sudden a little bit of a wrench in my back there, and I was like, oh, okay, that didn't quite feel good. But then I carried on with the march, and then basically at the end I passed out going over the finish line.
Right.
You know, and since then my back's been pooched, and you know, I kind of enjoy it, but I know my kids hate it because I can't do the dishes with them because I stand there and I got my hands in the sink and I just got that little bit of a lean and my back is just fucked up.
Yeah.
But then you watch Bruce cook. Here he is, broken back and all, fucking going, oh yeah, fuck yeah, let's do a backflip, man. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
You know?
No, for sure.
But yeah, I really think more people, you know, they got to get out of this whole what was me thing and living in it, you know? And as you said, it's not bad to feel bad for yourself at some point in time.
It's not bad to have a day or two.
Yeah.
Where you feel bad.
Yeah. But then you have to sit there and you have to look at yourself and go, really? Is this the worst it could be? Or what can I do to overcome this?
Yeah.
And push yourself to get out of there. But so many people, especially now, you know, and this is just an observation, obviously no fact on it, but it really seems that right now there are so many people that are living in that victimhood mentality over anything.
Because it's easy. It's easier.
It's
so much easier to curl up in a ball on your couch and play the victim card, or to go out and blame everybody else for where you're at in life and just be angry.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what it's easier. It's so much easier to play that than to actually pick your ass up and figure out a way to move forward.
Exactly.
Right. And again, the other thing is it's time. Like, it takes time to rebuild.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't want to have, like, we're in that, I want it now.
Yes.
Like, I want it fucking right now.
Oh, well, fuck.
If I can't have it now, then I'm not, why even try?
Well, let's just look at this podcast, for example, right? Yes, we were idiots, complete idiots. You know, we jumped into this and going, yeah, man, fucking 6 months from now, we're going to be rolling in the money.
Megastars.
Yeah, we're going to be megastars. Fucking Rogan's going to be calling us up saying, hey, come on out, you know, let's shoot the shit. And, you know, of course, you know, 6 months later or 6 months in, we're like, man, why are we not getting the views? Why aren't people looking at us?
Reality.
You know, and shit like this. And it's like, oh yeah, that's because there's over 900,000 podcasts out there, you know, and there's X number of like ridiculous amount of YouTube videos going up every minute.
Well, not only that, but there's 100,000 podcasts out there that are being done by people that already are famous.
Yes. Yeah.
That already have a name, already have a fan base. So why the fuck do people care what Nate and Greg have to say about shit?
Exactly.
Right? So, no, for sure. And you have those ups and downs. I mean, we both, I know over time, luckily, I think we've been lucky that it hasn't come at the same time.
Yeah.
Where we're both at the same time frustrated. And in that point where you're like, fuck it, this is stupid. I can't do this. Right? And then you get that that message that we got the other day that was just simply, I really hate you all.
Yeah.
Or whatever that person said.
Yeah. I literally hate you.
Oh, yeah. All. Y'all?
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. No idea what that's about.
I don't either. Apparently we triggered somebody, but whatever. But yeah, like, I mean, of course. And you get like that with everything in life.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you hit those points in your life where you're looking at what you're doing. And me and you, like, if you use the podcast as an example, we've said we're going to give it 2 years.
Yeah.
And we'll look at it where we're at in 2 years.
Yeah.
And decide from there. But we're going to at least give it 2 years. And yeah, we had that fantasy that somehow in 6 months we were going to be, you know, we were ready to.
We're able to definitely quit our jobs, not have to work again.
We were ready to call up the lawyers to get the contracts up. So we had everything in place for the millions that were going to be rolling in. Right. And and it's.
Oh, and just for everybody's notification and information about where we're sitting at right now, not a dime, not a single dime, not even a penny. Okay. We've had a couple of Patreon people, but one was me, one was my sister, and another one was a friend of ours. So,
but I think there's something to say to that though. I think like when you look at stories, like you talk about his story and I look at other people with their stories of their struggles that they came through. I mean, anybody that's made anything of themselves, truly, I'm not talking about people that got wealth that was handed down to them or a name that was handed down to them, but started from some small town, had nothing
Yeah.
and built an empire, whether it was through a sports thing, through a, you know, acting, or through fucking whatever the case is, however they got to where they got.
Yeah.
Their stories are usually all the same. They went through the shit. They ate shit sandwich after shit sandwich and put years and years of struggle into their craft, whatever their craft is.
Yeah.
Right. I actually watched a documentary, one of my favorite bands all time, Guns N' Roses.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I've never seen a documentary on them that talked about before they got big.
Right.
They would talk a little bit about it, like their time on Skid Row and stuff like that in Hollywood. But this was literally talked about how when they got started, like, so they had 3 girls that actually hung out with them all the time and kind of took care of them and whatever, and believed that they were going to make, like, you know how like our wives don't believe that we're ever going to get anywhere.
Yes.
Their women actually believe they were going to be rock stars one day, which must have been fucking nice to have that support. But anyways, my point is that there was that time where, like, you know, the girl would say, like, she would have one of the guys like Axel or Slash come and say, like, I don't think I want to keep doing this.
Yeah.
Like, we're never going to get anywhere. Like, we put everything into this and nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear our shit. You know, when you think about Guns N' Roses and you're like, there's no fucking way they're ever like that. Like, they must have got up on stage, played their first song, and every fucking record label was out there to sign them right after, right? But no, like, they fucking went through the shit. And you hear that story over and over and over and over again. Yeah. Right? So you think, well, okay, you got to pay your fucking dues.
Yeah.
And that's how I look at it. Like, everybody's got to pay their dues. I think if it was automatic to us, I don't think we would have been as excited. Mm-hmm. I don't think it would have been as big. Yeah. Right? Like, if we would have put out 5 podcasts and then suddenly, like, had world recognition. Yeah. And making millions of dollars. Not that I wouldn't have taken it.
Yeah, I definitely would have been all over that.
I would have had a All About Me day for that. Yeah. But like, I don't think it would have, the payout would have been as nice. No. You know, and I think that everybody needs, like you say, everybody needs to look at that. Like, everybody has to eat shit sandwiches in life. Yeah. Everybody goes through really fucking hard times. Yes. You know, don't compare yourself to other people's hard times. So, like, for you, when you're sitting on the couch, having, like, feeling bad for yourself, and you look at him and you go, oh, fuck, look me now. Like, well, that doesn't help anything. No. Just because yours isn't on paper as big of a deal, it doesn't mean that yours isn't a big deal. Yeah. So it's okay to have that, but then how do I move forward? How do I get out of this? How do I keep fucking plugging away? Because I tell my kids all the time, you're going to eat a ton of shit sandwiches in your life. Yeah. Just fucking get used to it. Get used to it. Yep. And move on. Oh, yeah. You're going to fail. You're going to get hurt. You're going to lose shit, whatever. So. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he's a special person for sure. And absolutely. I like how he does that charity work with, they talked about with the what's that organization that he was? Oh shit. Smile or.
Well, he had the Smile for BC thing. Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember. It's escaping me right now. Yeah. But
helping people in the same kind of situation and saying, like, look.
Yeah, because right now he's partnering up with that other guy, and I can't remember his name right now, and I feel like a shit for not being able to remember his name.
The skier, right?
Yeah, the skier went down, and you know, they basically ended up almost, you know, as roommates, so to speak, in the hospital. Yeah, yeah. And you know, Buddy had actually broke his neck. Yeah. You know, and then managed to heal and was able to walk. You know, and was still working on getting things back together, but. Mm-hmm. Him and Bruce Cook are doing some pretty amazing things, you know, and just looking at the drive and the hard work, because that's something that other people don't seem to get either, right? You know, and as I said, just like, you know, us with the podcast, fucking, yeah, let's put out a couple episodes and we're going to make millions of dollars. Yeah, not happening, right? You actually have to put in the work. You have to drive hard at it, right? Yeah. We have our other friend, Bruce Outridge. Mm-hmm. Right. Bruce, amazing guy. Absolutely amazing. He has his own podcast thing, but that man has his hands into about, I don't know, 6 different business, I guess you call it businesses that he does. Ventures. Like he's got like 3 different podcasts that he does, a TV show that he does. He does the drawings, the character. He draws cartoons. Yeah. Draws the cartoons of the different people. stuff like that. And then you look at his Instagram and his Twitter and his Facebook and stuff like this. And then I know we still get like monthly emails, updates of letting us know what's going on. That dude is marketing the fuck out of himself by himself. Well, it's him and his wife. Yeah. Him and his wife, because he said that she plays the background
and
roles.
Somebody that has a wife backing them.
Yeah. Wow. Just to be clear, our wives do like us, yeah. But anyways.
That is true. Your wife likes me. My wife likes you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about liking their own person.
No. But what was it? He's having to put in the work, the hard work to make it happen. And you look at Bruce Cook, and in that documentary, you see the work and that he had to put in. And it's unbelievable. But you got, as you said, you have people that don't seem to understand that, listen, I'm just not going to wake up the next day and suddenly everything's going to be better. You're going to have to put in the work. You got to do the time,
But I don't think people ever get a chance to see that in life.
No.
Right? Like, you always see the people that are successful, and you always see the people that are on top.
Yes.
But you rarely see what they had to go through and what they had to sacrifice and do to get to where they are.
I'll tell you the one scene in that entire documentary that really, really got to me, just showing the amount of work that he was doing. There's the one scene in the documentary where he wakes up in the morning and he goes to try to put his pants on.
Yeah.
Like, it showed the whole thing where, he goes and he gets up, and first off, he bends over and kind of grabs his feet and puts his pants on. First off, I can't get past the 90 degrees. So hats off to him on that one. But he goes and puts his pants on, and yes, he might put his pants on one leg at a time, or actually in this case, 2 legs at a time, but we all have to do it. That task for him, I can put my pants on a shitload faster than he can.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But you see him. He's going through. He's doing it. And it was just incredible. I'm just sitting there going, fuck, I never even thought of that. And there's so much more that, I don't necessarily want to spoil it, because I want everybody to actually go out and I want them to watch this documentary. Mm-hmm. Right? I don't care.
Inspirational.
Yeah. I don't care if you're into, freestyle motocross, stuff like that. I don't care if you're into it. You need to watch this just for the fact that, you know what? You can be inspired by somebody. You don't have to live playing the victim card. You can work hard and you can push past this shit. You can do what it is that you need to do. It's going to take time. You're going to have hurdles that you need to get over. You're going to have the stumbling blocks.
Of course.
It's not going to be easy. There's going to be times where you're going to be pushed back, right? But you got to keep pushing forward. You got to keep pushing forward. Keep trying to do better for yourself. And you know what? Watch this documentary. Once again, it's Never Say Can't, the Bruce Cook story, right? And just so everybody out there is well aware, we are nobodies. We are not getting paid to sponsor, or we're not sponsored for this, and we're not promoting this because they're like, hey, can you do this? No, we feel that passionate about this documentary. You got to see it, and just look at what Bruce went through and how he's gone and
risen above.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm losing words here because it's fucking incredible. It really is. I do know one thing. Like, we're supposed to be going out west this spring. Hopefully for my graduation, because my old ass is actually going to be completing university. I know.
There you go.
I know all of you out there thinking, holy fuck, that dumbass is in university. Yes, I am. And I'm almost done my program. Thank you. But we're planning on riding out, and doing this whole trip. My son just recently said to me that he's like, hey, Dad, I'd love to go as well. And it's like, all right, well, we need to get you your license first. So hurry up and turn old enough to get your license. But we're already planning it. And we got to ride all the way out from Ontario out to BC. itself. And we're hoping that maybe on the way back, if we can get Bruce to listen to this or read one of our messages, we're really hoping that at the time that we're coming on our way back, that we can stop in Kelowna and actually have an interview with him. Because I got to tell you, fuck, man, this guy is inspirational to me. He really, really is, you know? And I think everybody needs to work on pushing past, you know, pushing their limits, getting out of those slumps, have a day or two, you know, and then realize, okay, enough's enough. Let's keep moving.
Yep.
Let's move on. You know, stop worrying about bullshit, you know. And you know what? My one buddy, he told me one time, you know, because I'm like, oh, don't sweat the small stuff. And he's like, fuck you. I'm going to sweat the small stuff. I'm not going to sweat the big stuff, though. You know, because the big stuff, nothing I can do about it.
Right.
But I can do something about the small stuff. So if I keep going and changing all the small stuff, it'll ultimately change the big stuff.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, like, I don't know how high my buddy was at the time when he said that, but it was pretty awesome.
Oh, it's true, though. You start at the little things, right?
Yeah.
Start changing the little shit.
Yeah. But yeah, folks, please, please, please go out, watch this video. I'm pretty sure it's YouTube. You find it on YouTube there.
Yep.
Never Say Can't, the Bruce Cook story. Okay? Watch it. Check it out. And you know what? Put a comment down below. We want to know, who is one of the most inspirational people to you? Who's someone that you've seen rise above? You know, maybe it's not a celebrity. Maybe it's not someone famous at all. Maybe it's your brother, your sister, your mom or dad. Yep. You know, tell us who it is. Tell us
Nate or Greg.
Yeah, Nate and Greg. You know, fucking these idiots are still talking on the internet. You know, let us know. You know, tell us a little bit about them. Let's get this going. Let's get more inspirational stories out there that we can share with everybody. You know, because I think that's what a lot of us need right now is some inspiration to get out of this shit that we're in. We're in the middle of a pandemic. You know, it doesn't look like it's letting up anytime soon.
But it will pass.
Yes, it will pass. We will get beyond it.
Yep.
You know,
what's life going to look like after?
Yep. The states, you guys are in the middle of an election right now, and the divide that's going on in that country is absolutely crazy. It
Scary.
Really is. Like, I really feel for you. I really feel for you.
And I feel for everybody.
Yes.
I'm not picking a side.
No.
I feel horrible right now for.
Yeah. You know, like there's lots of different things that are going on. And then there's also other divides due to, I'm just going to say, other situations that are going on. Okay. I don't want to get into them because I don't want to leave this on a down note, you know, but let us know who's been inspirational to you. Let's get these inspirational stories out there. Let's talk about them. Let's create a little more inspiration. Try to celebrate a little bit of life as opposed to being a fat sack of shit like me, sitting on a couch, eating bonbons, watching fucking Netflix and playing fucking games on my phone there while I'm being yelled at by, 10-year-olds that are on their phones playing same game, saying, "You suck, old man," shit like that. All right. So yeah, let us know who inspires you down in the comments below. Please give us a like, share it with your friends. Let's share all these inspirational stories. And don't forget, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and everywhere else. Till then, talk to you later.
Later.
Why are you so offended?